Top 30 Forensic Accountant Interview Questions and Answers. Forensic accounting interviews often focus on analytical thinking, investigative skills, attention to detail, and the ability to work with legal teams. This guide provides the top 30 forensic accountant interview questions paired with clear, professional, and well-structured 70-word answers tailored to help you stand out in any interview. These responses highlight technical knowledge, fraud detection skills, digital investigation experience, and the ability to communicate findings effectively. Use them to confidently prepare and succeed. 1. What does a forensic accountant do? A forensic accountant investigates financial records to detect fraud, embezzlement, or irregularities while ensuring accuracy and compliance. They analyze data, trace transactions, review internal controls, and prepare reports usable in legal proceedings. Their work often supports criminal investigations, civil disputes, and insurance claims. They must maintain objectivity, document evidence thoroughly, and communicate findings clearly. Their role blends accounting expertise, investigative skills, and an understanding of legal processes to uncover financial wrongdoing. 2. Why did you choose forensic accounting as a career? I chose forensic accounting because it blends my passion for investigation with my strength in financial analysis. I enjoy solving complex puzzles, identifying hidden patterns, and uncovering financial misconduct. The role offers meaningful work by supporting justice, improving organizational controls, and preventing fraud. I also value the combination of accounting, technology, and law, which keeps the profession dynamic and continuously evolving. This motivates me to stay sharp, detail-oriented, and highly analytical. 3. What skills are most important for a forensic accountant? A forensic accountant needs sharp analytical skills, strong attention to detail, and excellent problem-solving abilities. They must be proficient in data analysis, accounting software, and investigative tools. Communication skills are essential to present findings clearly to non-financial audiences. Integrity and objectivity ensure unbiased conclusions. Knowledge of laws, regulations, and fraud schemes enhances investigative accuracy. Time management and persistence help in handling large data sets, complex cases, and tight deadlines while maintaining accuracy. 4. How do you detect financial fraud? Detecting fraud involves analyzing transactions for inconsistencies, unusual patterns, or deviations from normal behavior. I review internal controls, compare financial statements over periods, and verify supporting documents. Data analytics tools help identify anomalies, duplicate payments, or suspicious vendor relationships. Interviews with staff may reveal irregular activities. I also cross-reference external records when necessary. My approach blends professional skepticism, detailed documentation, and methodical testing to uncover manipulation or concealment within financial systems. 5. Explain the difference between forensic accounting and auditing. Auditing focuses on ensuring financial statements follow accounting standards, while forensic accounting investigates potential fraud or irregularities. Auditors test controls and verify accuracy, but forensic accountants dive deeper into suspicious activities, reconstruct transactions, and gather evidence suitable for court. Forensic work is more investigative and often reactive, triggered by allegations or red flags. It combines accounting, law, and investigative techniques, whereas auditing emphasizes compliance, materiality, and risk assessment within financial reporting frameworks. 6. Describe your experience with fraud investigation tools. I have experience using tools like IDEA, ACL Analytics, and Excel for data analysis, allowing me to identify anomalies, irregular patterns, and suspicious transactions. I also use forensic software, such as Encase, and FDK for digital evidence collection. Visualization tools help clarify complex financial flows. These tools enhance accuracy, speed, and transparency in investigations by automating tasks, validating datasets, and enabling deeper insights. Their combined use strengthens evidence gathering and fraud detection efforts. 7. How do you ensure accuracy when working with complex data? I ensure accuracy by validating data sources, reconciling information, and using structured analysis methods. I cross-check figures, apply consistency tests, and use software to detect duplicate or missing entries. Documenting every step helps maintain transparency and reduces errors. I also compare results with benchmarks or historical data to spot inconsistencies. When working with large datasets, automation and analytical tools provide additional accuracy. Quality review and peer evaluation further strengthen reliability. 8. How do you handle confidential information? Handling confidential information requires strict adherence to ethical standards, data protection laws, and organizational policies. I limit access to authorized personnel and store sensitive documents securely using encrypted systems. I avoid discussing case details outside appropriate channels and maintain professional discretion. I follow chain of custody procedures when managing evidence. Protecting confidentiality is crucial for maintaining trust, ensuring legal compliance, and preserving the integrity of investigations and potential courtroom proceedings. 9. What steps do you take when you suspect fraud? When I suspect fraud, I begin by quietly gathering initial evidence without alerting involved parties. I analyze documents, review transactions, and verify discrepancies. Next, I inform the appropriate supervisors or investigation teams. I maintain detailed documentation, follow legal protocols, and avoid drawing premature conclusions. If necessary, I collaborate with legal counsel, auditors, or law enforcement. My approach balances thorough investigation, objectivity, confidentiality, and compliance with organizational and legal requirements. 10. How do you present your findings to non-financial people? I present findings using clear language, visuals, and structured summaries that highlight key issues without unnecessary jargon. Charts, timelines, and simplified diagrams help illustrate financial flows and irregularities. I focus on what happened, why it matters, and what actions are recommended. I tailor communication to the audience's knowledge level, ensuring clarity and understanding. My goal is to make complex financial information accessible, actionable, and easy to interpret for non-financial stakeholders. 11. Describe a challenging investigation you handled. In a previous investigation, I worked on a case involving layered transactions designed to conceal asset misappropriation. The challenge was unraveling multiple accounts and disguised transfers. I used data analytics, reconstructed timelines, and cross-referenced documentation to trace the fraud scheme. Collaborating with legal and IT teams helped uncover key evidence. Despite initial complexity, persistence, documentation, and structure analysis led to identifying the perpetrator, strengthening controls, and supporting legal action against responsible individuals. 12. How do you stay updated on fraud trends? I stay updated by following professional organizations like ACFE, attending webinars, and reading industry publications. I regularly review case studies, regulatory updates, and court decisions to understand evolving fraud schemes. Networking with other professionals helps exchange insights. I also take relevant certifications and training courses to strengthen my knowledge. Continuous learning is essential in forensic accounting because fraud techniques evolve rapidly, requiring constant improvement of analytical and investigative skills. 13. What types of fraud have you investigated? I have investigated various fraud types, including financial statement fraud, asset misappropriation, payroll fraud, procurement schemes, expense manipulation, and vendor collusion. I have also examined cases involving money laundering and digital evidence. Each case requires tailored investigative techniques, such as transaction testing, data analysis, interviews, and document verification. Understanding different fraud patterns allows me to identify red flags quickly and apply the appropriate approach. My experience strengthens overall investigative precision. 14. How do you manage tight deadlines during investigations? I manage tight deadlines by prioritizing tasks, breaking complex work into manageable steps, and using efficient tools to streamline analysis. I maintain open communication with supervisors to align expectations and address challenges early. Documentation and standardized procedures reduce delays. When necessary, I adjust workloads or request support from team members. Staying organized, focused, and proactive ensures I meet deadlines without compromising accuracy or the quality of investigative findings. 15. How do you verify the authenticity of financial documents? I verify authenticity by cross-checking documents with independent sources, confirming signatures, reviewing metadata, and comparing records across systems. I evaluate consistency in formatting, numerical patterns, and transactional logic. For digital evidence, I use forensic tools to analyze file history and detect tampering. I also contact external parties like banks or vendors when necessary. This meticulous approach ensures documents are genuine, reliable, and suitable for supporting investigative conclusions or legal proceedings. 16. What red flags do you look for when reviewing financial statements? I look for unexplained variances, inconsistent revenue patterns, sudden expense spikes, unusual journal entries, declining cash flows despite rising profits, and related party transactions. I also watch for round number entries, missing documentation, or poorly supported adjustments. Ratio analysis helps identify discrepancies. Any pattern that deviates from normal business behavior requires deeper scrutiny. These red flags often signal intentional manipulation or weak internal controls, requiring further investigation. 17. How do you conduct interviews during an investigation? I prepare thoroughly by reviewing evidence and understanding the interviewee's role. I ask open-ended questions, maintain a calm and respectful tone, and observe verbal and nonverbal cues. I avoid leading questions and allow individuals to speak freely. Documentation is essential. I take detailed notes and record interviews when permitted. My goal is to gather information, clarify inconsistencies, and assess credibility without making accusations or compromising the investigation's integrity. 18. Describe your experience working with law enforcement or legal teams. I have collaborated with legal teams and law enforcement on fraud cases requiring evidence preparation, report writing, and testimony. I ensure findings meet legal standards by maintaining chain of custody and documenting every step. I participate in discussions to clarify financial complexities and support case strategies. Working in multidisciplinary teams enhances investigative accuracy, ensures compliance with regulations, and strengthens the legal process. Clear communication and professionalism are essential for successful collaboration. 19. How do you prioritize tasks during a complex investigation? I prioritize tasks based on risk, relevance, and deadlines. I start with evidence most likely to reveal critical insights, such as high-value transactions or key documents. I categorize tasks by urgency and dependencies, ensuring efficiency. Time blocking and planning tools help track progress. I also adjust priorities as new information emerges. This flexible yet structured approach ensures thorough analysis while meeting investigative goals and maintaining accuracy under pressure. 20. How do you maintain objectivity during an investigation? Objectivity is essential, so I base all conclusions on evidence rather than assumptions. I apply professional skepticism, verify information independently, and avoid bias by using structured investigative methods. Peer reviews help validate findings. I also maintain emotional neutrality, regardless of allegations or individuals involved. Clear documentation supports transparency. Objectivity ensures credibility, strengthens legal defensibility, and preserves the integrity of the investigation throughout every stage of the process. 21. What is your experience with digital forensics? I have experience analyzing electronic records, metadata, emails, and transaction logs using tools such as Encase and FTK. I collect digital evidence carefully to maintain integrity and chain of custody. I review access logs, file histories, and communication trails to identify fraudulent activities. Digital forensics enhances investigative accuracy by revealing hidden or deleted information. With growing digital transactions, integrating technology with traditional forensic accounting is essential for comprehensive fraud detection. 22. How do you document your investigative process? I document every step clearly, including data sources, analysis method, timelines, and key findings. I maintain organized case files with supporting documents, work papers, and correspondence. Documentation ensures transparency and enables others to review or reproduce my work. Detailed notes strengthen legal defensibility and compliance with auditing standards. Proper documentation also helps track progress, support conclusions, and provide a comprehensive understanding of how evidence was gathered and analyzed throughout the investigation. 23. What is the role of internal controls in preventing fraud? Internal controls help prevent fraud by establishing procedures that minimize opportunities for errors, manipulation, and unauthorized activities. Segregation of duties, approval processes, reconciliations, and access restrictions create accountability and transparency. Effective controls reduce risk by ensuring transactions are valid, accurate, and supported by documentation. Regular monitoring and audits strengthen these safeguards. Forensic accountants often evaluate weaknesses in internal controls to identify vulnerabilities and recommend improvements that reduce fraud risk. 24. How do you identify money laundering activities? I look for structuring, rapid fund movements, inconsistent transaction patterns, unusual cash flows, and mismatches between the customer's profile and account activity. I analyze documentation, verify sources of funds, and compare patterns with known red flags. Data analytics helps reveal layered transactions. I follow AML regulations, file necessary reports, and collaborate with compliance teams. Combining investigative techniques with regulatory knowledge ensures accurate identification and reporting of potential money laundering. 25. How do you ensure compliance with legal procedures during investigations? I follow established protocols, maintain chain of custody, and ensure evidence is collected ethically and legally. I stay updated on laws, regulations, and organizational policies. Collaboration with legal counsel ensures compliance and helps clarify boundaries. Documenting each step strengthens defensibility. I avoid unauthorized access to records and ensure confidentiality is upheld. Adhering to legal requirements protects evidence quality, preserves credibility, and ensures findings hold up in court proceedings. 26. What's your process for analyzing suspicious transactions? I begin by identifying unusual amounts, timings, or patterns. I compare transactions to historical data and business norms. Supporting documents, vendor records, and approvals are reviewed for authenticity and completeness. I trace the transaction flow across systems to identify inconsistencies or hidden relationships. Data analytics helps highlight anomalies. Findings are documented thoroughly before escalating for further investigation. This structured, evidence-driven approach ensures accurate interpretation of suspicious financial activity. 27. How do you work under pressure during high-stakes cases? I stay organized, prioritize effectively, and maintain focus on critical tasks. Stress management techniques help maintain clarity. I communicate regularly with team members to ensure alignment and address obstacles early. Using structured workflows and reliable tools reduces errors under pressure. I remain calm, objective, and attentive to detail, understanding that accuracy is vital. My disciplined approach ensures quality results even when deadlines are tight or stakes are high. 28. How do you maintain professionalism when dealing with sensitive cases? I maintain professionalism by staying impartial, respecting confidentiality, and communicating with sensitivity. I avoid assumptions and allow evidence to guide decisions. I follow ethical guidelines and maintain respect for all individuals involved, regardless of allegations. Documentation is clear and unbiased. Professionalism ensures credibility, strengthens trust, and contributes to fair outcomes. This approach is especially important when cases involve employees, executives, or emotionally challenging circumstances requiring discretion and integrity. 29. What do you enjoy most about forensic accounting? I enjoy the investigative aspect, solving puzzles, uncovering hidden details, and revealing the truth behind financial events. Each case presents a unique challenge that requires analytical thinking, creativity, and persistence. I find satisfaction in contributing to justice and helping organizations strengthen their controls. The mix of accounting, technology, and law keeps the work dynamic and intellectually stimulating. Continuous learning and real-world impact make profession highly rewarding for me. 30. Where do you see your forensic accounting career in 5 years? In 5 years, I see myself advancing into a senior forensic accounting role, leading complex investigations and mentoring junior staff. I aim to earn additional certifications such as CFE or CFF to broaden my expertise. I hope to contribute to high-profile cases, strengthen fraud prevention frameworks, and support legal teams effectively. My goal is to continue developing analytical, technological, and leadership skills to enhance my impact in the field. Preparing for a forensic accountant interview requires strong analytical knowledge, investigative mindset, and clear communication. These 30 questions and 70-word answers offer a structured way to demonstrate your expertise, confidence, and professionalism. Use them to strengthen your preparation, improve your understanding of forensic processes, and present yourself effectively. With the right approach and strong examples, you can excel in interviews and showcase your value as a highly capable forensic accounting professional.